Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today, we're using the Mega Mewtwo team once again with Mega Mewtwo, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Kartana, Groudon, and Nihilego. If you haven't checked out the previous episode, highly recommend go check it out. Crazy episode, some hard matchups, and some really cool Pokemon made an appearance. So highly recommend go check it out. But let's get started and play some games. Mega Mewtwo X has been doing a decent amount of work. It's been doing all right. I wanted to do more work, so hopefully that it can do some in today's episode. Of course, when I decided to use this team, probably the worst timing to use this team. Lunala won the world championship, so it made it very difficult for Mewtwo X to do better. It's definitely one of the worst matches for this team. But we have a really interesting team from Derek here with the Naganadel, which I think speed ties my Mega Mewtwo X because I think I invested the same amount of speed. The Serena Kyogre, the Yveltal Landorus, and the Scolipede. So some really interesting Pokemon we're gonna see right here. And yeah, really like Mega Mewtwo X plus the Nihilego, I think. That Landorus is going to be an issue. Tailwind gets up, and my opponent does have pretty good options for Tailwind. We'll go with Mega Mewtwo X plus the Nihilego, I think, because Nihilego is decent. I don't need Nihilego. Here's the thing. I really don't need Nihilego, do I? Because, like, what do I need it for? Serena, I guess? Doesn't really do much to my team. Yveltal? I have Mega Mewtwo X and a Tapu Fini and Incineroar, so I don't think it's like that big of a deal. I think I'm gonna go Fini here with Incineroar plus Groudon because I feel like I could just easily like chip away at my opponent. Yeah, we'll see how this goes though. Not exactly too sure. Maybe I should have just let Incineroar because it's good. One, I could have bait out to Serena potentially. Two, gain Intimidate off into that Landorus would have been nice, but I think this is the right way I want to go around this matchup because of the fact that Mega Mewtwo X is going to be a star here. Like, for sure, it does so much damage. Oh, what happened to me wearing Card? I don't think Card's that good, though, except against the Kyogre. Like, it really only did anything against the Kyogre. I don't see about top. That's a difficult one. Okay, you want to assume a dark type move. I never calced if Ice Punch can knock out the Landorus in one hit. Which I'm not sure if it does, but I think it's worth risking. I mean, I think the Yveltal's just going to either Tailwind or go for the dark type move right off the bat. I think I'm going to go for the Ice Punch here. I'll risk it. Should I just go Incineroar? I could also go Incineroar and Icy Wind, which isn't too bad of a play either. Yeah, I might as well just preserve the information game. I'm going to Icy Wind here and go out into my Incineroar for that Intimidate. Because I don't think you're going for the ground move into my... I don't think you're going to go for the ground move. Oblivion Wing could come out here, which I'm scared about, because that is the one thing that would absolutely decimate my Mewtwo or Zemu potentially. It is going to be Tailwind though, so I could have just went for the Ice Punch. Alright, that's not too bad though. Let's see. It's just going to be an Earthquake. That's so bad. I could have got a free Ice Punch, Icy Wind, KO. That would have put me up so much. We take a lot of damage too, which isn't ideal. Icy Wind will come out. It isn't too bad, I guess. It's not ideal though. Get a good amount of damage to the Landorus. That will protect next turn. Stall out the fake out. Serena could come out though. That's the thing. I think I'm just gonna U-turn and go for another Icy Wind. Yeah, because even if you stay in, like again, Icy Wind off, which is pretty big. And if you double protect, I still get to switch momentum without risking my Mewtwo. Because I don't want to risk my Mewtwo. My Mewtwo's an important Pokemon in this matchup. So I'd rather just U-turn myself. Like, the damage should be very negligible. And it covers a lot of plays, I think. It covers my opponent attacking with both Pokemon. Or even just the Landorus. And it covers the chance of a double protect. We're going to see Yveltal switch out. So, Serena? You're going to come out. Are you Earthquaking or Z moving here? Maybe just a protect is safe too. I could doubly respect that. This works out for me though. I think. Because we'll get an Icy Wind off into that Kyogre slot. Let's see what the Landers goes for. If it's going to go for a Z-move here or if it's going to protect. I assume Z-move or protect are your two options. Or a switch, a double switch actually. Naganadel going to reveal itself here. Awesome, actually. That's great for me. Icy Wind. Nice, okay. That is not bad for me at all. I get good damage into Naganadel. A critical hit on Naganadel. That did a bit too much, yeah. Get the damage on Kyogre, which is nice. I'm going to be able to U-turn out my Tapu Fini, which is alright here. I'm going to be able to get a switch. Probably in a Groudon. Or I could go Mewtwo right here. Both are acceptable, I guess. Thing is, if I go Groudon, Landers could come out, which isn't exactly the ideal Pokemon for me that comes out here. So I think I'm going to go Mewtwo, actually. And I think I'm going to go for an Ice Punch into Naganadel, which probably goes for Sludge Bomb, I want to assume. Or Thunder comes out from the Ogre. Worst case is the Poisonium. But I don't know where the Z-move is. In Ice Punch, my opponent brought 3 Ice weaknesses. So, yeah, I'm going to go Groudon here. Because it covers the Sludge Bomb Spout play. And Tailwind's going to be stalled out. Like, my opponent is kind of wasting these turns of Tailwind. I think this is the second to last turn of Tailwind. Yeah, because my opponent double switched. So I could double protect the following turn, stall out to Tailwind, and then we're in a good spot. Alright. I just want to preserve the numbers right here, because if I can win the Weather War, I should be able to win the game. Mega Mewtwo is going to put in a ton of work this game too, because of the fact that Ice Punch threatens so much on the field. No switches out. No switch outs for my opponent. We will get my Groudon in. Like, the worst case here is literally Poisonium Z into the Mewtwo slot, as well as an Ice Beam. So, if that KOs. It probably does, but Mega Mewtwo X isn't exactly the frailest thing in the world. Bring out the Drought here. Let's see what my opponent goes for. It's going to be a... Well, I'm going to Mega Evolve first. What do you think about Mega Mewtwo's X design? I'm not sure. It's interesting. I'm not sure if it's the best design. I like Y a lot. Not sure about X. But here comes a Sludge Bomb. Does target a Mewtwo slot. Okay. Oh my lord. That way too much. That did way too much. Hold up. Why did that do so much? Holy cow, that did so much. Naganadel goes down. I hope it's not an Ice Beam. It's a Spout. Thank you. Why did that do so much? That did way too much. Landers is going to come out. Yep. Dang, man. Why did that do so much? That's crazy. That did so much damage. Alright. Best place to protect Mewtwo going on a Fini, I think. I could double protect here, but the Yveltal gets a free switch in, which isn't exactly ideal for me. I'd rather go Fini here. Yeah. Because next turn I could go to Instant and Icy Wind. Because I need Groudon healthy. I can't risk Z-move coming out. Kyogre has to switch out here. Wait, did it not switch? No, it did. That Kyogre's really slow for a Tailwind team. Am I Groudon? Wait, did Tailwind Peter? Tailwind didn't Peter, right? It Peters this turn, right? If not, I just should have went for Ice Punch. Earthquake gonna come out. Let's see how much damage this does. Wow, that did nothing to my Fini. Yeah, it petered out this turn. Okay. The question is Sucker Punch mind games. Because I could just Ice Punch knock out the Landers. But the problem is, if I lose it, I lose both Pokemon, which is really bad here. The best mid-ground is Incineroar. And going for an Icy Wind into both my opponent's Pokemon. Because I at least get damage. Yeah. So we get Incineroar, and I kind of wish I had Light Screen now. Heal Pulse hasn't really been helping me throughout these sets, and it's something that I really was debating about. So Lander's going to protect here, which is smart, but that's fine for me because now I'm going to be able to get a Fake Out Icy Wind into the Lander slot the following turn, and there's not much my opponent can do about it. If Kyogre comes in, I just go back to Groudon, and then we play that rotation game once again. So either way, like, my opponent's not getting like too much capitalization off this. Also, that Yveltal's just bulky in general, I guess. A Misty Terrain disappears. Fake out. Icy Wind. As long as it's not Thunder Kyogre, we should be fine. But I should just be able to click Ice Beam a bunch. Wear down the Yveltal bit by bit, like slowly but surely, as long as this Yveltal doesn't have any form of recovery. We still don't know where the Z-move is, which is like the one issue that we have right now, but we should still be fine. Like, you want to assume it's Landorus. Landorus is a Pokemon that always wants to carry that Z-move in the format. Oh, this can get ugly, though. Depending on how my opponent plays the rest, especially if we miss an Icy Wind. And miss an Icy Wind would be crucial. Not into the Yveltal slot, but into the Lando slot. Maybe I should fake out Heal. Fake out Heal Pulse might have been the play instead, too. But Lando switches out, okay. Into the Kyogre. And then I can Icy Wind again, so it's fine. Because, like, if Lando switches out, switches in, Icy Wind will catch that. So we're in a fine spot. Let's see. Fake out into the Kyogre. Like, every bit of chip is nice. Oh, it has knock. Oh, that's such a big problem. We missed the Yveltal too, but that's not the important part. It has knock. Oh man, that's such an old move. We don't really see knock on Yveltal anymore, but that might actually be able to win my opponent the game. Knock is so problematic. We'll go for Icy Wind, and they switch to Groudon. It's my best play. I can still win though, which is like the fortunate part, but like this game got a lot harder. Even the damage on Yveltal missing the Icy Wind is actually kind of big now that I think about it, because like that could be the difference between Mewtwo knocking it out with low kick. So this is such a problematic. This is such a problem now. I have to Icy Wind too. I need to catch a Landorus on the switch if it does switch in, and even if it doesn't, like it's still beneficial for me. So we'll bring in the Groudon here and Icy Wind. Hopefully, let's see. Even if you Ice Beam read me, it's fine. As long as it's not Feeny. I really hope it's not the Feeny slot that would be targeted. It's Foul Play. Oh, it's... That's not... Okay, that does a lot to Groudon. Oh, jeez, that did a lot more than I thought. Ice Beam does come out. Target down the Groudon slot too. Yikes. And how... Was this Yveltal at -1 or -2? That Icy Wind miss might actually really hurt me in the end game. It might really hurt me in the end game actually, because now I don't think I can knock out the I don't think I can outspeed the Yveltal. -2. No. We protect Icy Wind always, and then we can attempt to Heal Pulse Fire Punch, I guess, the following turn. It's not too bad. Like, this is still a possible game, but like, our momentum is slowly drifting. Luckily, this should be the last turn of Tailwind if I counted right, so at least that's one positive note that could be a factor here. But we need to hit both Icy Winds this turn. Do you think Foul Play plus Ice Beam would knock out the Feeny? I guess that's a question too. I hope it doesn't. Okay, there's a switch in the Landorus. Oh. It should be Foul Play. Like, I think you have to Foul Play my Dawn. Oh, it's Z-move. Is this gonna knock out Feeny? This is gonna knock out Feeny, isn't it? That Icy Wind miss ended up being so much bigger than I thought it would be. Because I wasn't able to outspeed and go for a Fire Punch and Heal Pulse risk. Yeah, it's in the Feeny. This probably knocks out. Oh, that's so annoying. That one peers out at least. Is there a shot for me to win this game? Very unlikely. I'm gonna go Mewtwo here. I think I gotta go for crits basically at this point. I'm gonna go for the Fire Punch into Yveltal and Ice Punch the Landers. Or should I just Low Kick? I don't think you Protect either is the thing. I think you just Earthquake Tailwind. Because you would be able to seal up the game in my opinion. Because if you Protect and I get that read right, I win the game. There is no safest play for my opponent. Because if I get a read right, I win the game. If we switch into Kyogre and I Low Kick or Ice Punch, I get the read right, I win. It has Sucker Punch, it doesn't have Protect. Oh my. This game was frustrating. This game was super frustrating. Oh my lord. Well, we're gonna miss a few icy winds, which did change a lot about this game. If we had hit that one icy wind on Yveltal, like this game could have been a lot different. I could have got a heal pulse off. There could have been like multiple different factors, but that's so frustrating. Like I don't think we played bad at all. Especially the Yveltal doesn't have Protect. It's triple dark move, foul play, knockoff, and sucker punch. I was like, oh, it revealed knockoff. Oh, it revealed foul play, so it doesn't have sucker punch. It has sucker punch. Well, we were gonna drop that game, unfortunately. I mean, there were probably a few plays I could have got position wise that were better, but like, dealing with Landers is annoying for this team too. I'm starting to realize like Landers is a bit of an issue. But turn one, if I clicked Ice Punch, if I went with Ice Punch, if I went with my gut, oh man, this game would have been different. This game would have been 100% different. Should have went for it. Shouldn't have been scared about like Sucker Punch, Earthquake, I don't know. Then again, I think I gotta stop. I gotta go for it. My opponent played no risk. No, he went all in actually because like he thought, oh, there's no Ice Beam potential on Mewtwo, even though Mewtwo is a Pokemon that can carry Ice Beam. Oh man, that frustrates me. Oh well. We got Kyogre, Nihilego, Persian, Tapu Fini, the Lugia, and Tapu Koko. I don't have a Mon that can touch Lugia. And Nihilego's Nihilego's not too bad, but it's not exactly great. Dude, the Lugia is actually terrifying. Why is the Lugia Lugia is actually... What's with this episode? What's with the past few episodes? We haven't been like encountering the most meta things, but we've been encountering teams that have been really difficult for my team to handle specifically. Like, where are the Zerndon? Where are the good old Zerndon and stuff? Even the Ryogres are better. Alright. Never thought I would want to play against those, but like, yeah, I want to play against those. What's really good here is the Kartana. My opponent doesn't have good Kartana answer, so Tapu Fini plus Kartana is really good here. Incineroar is pretty worthless in this game. I have to bring Mewtwo. Mewtwo's really good here. And Groudon. But I can't bring Nihilego, even though it's decently good against my opponent's team. Can I bring it over the... Maybe I could bring it, actually, instead of Mewtwo, because... I'm trying to think, like, what does Mewtwo help with? Because it doesn't help me with Mewtwo as much as Nihilego, because getting the... Well, if there's an Earth Power from the... If there's Earth Power available, I guess it's a different story, but, like, Mewtwo doesn't let me switch into Aeroblast, which is a problem. I think Nihilego could put in a ton of work here, so let's see what's going to come out here. Oh, that last game, though. Okay, Lugia Persian. It's probably Z Tailwind. If it's Calm Mind, this is really bad. If it's Calm Mind, it's really bad because we don't have really good answers to it. Kartana plus Fini is going to take the field. I really don't have switches. My best place to go Nihilego, I think, in just Icy Wind because I don't want to risk Foul Play into Aeroblast or Fake Out into Aeroblast. So the play is just an Icy Wind here, because I need to slow down the Lugia so Nihilego can actually put in work against the Lugia. I'm gonna need to get 3 Icy Winds off into Lugia, which isn't bad because my opponent doesn't have the best answers to this Pokemon. As Fake Out gonna come out, tar down the Nihilego, which is fine here. And the Tailwind does come out. Not even Z Tailwind, so it's just regular Tailwind, which changes things. This is policy. I'm gonna flip. If it's policy, don't be weakness policy. If it's policy, I'm gonna flip. Because that is a actually big game changer. Okay, it's not policy because it would have activated. Oh wait, it is. Oh, it's leftovers. My heart almost stopped. My heart almost stopped. We protect here. It's just to say protect. There's not much my opponent can do to capitalize too much, and I'm gonna go for an Icy Wind. Right here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like Parting Shot coming out, and then gonna be Parting Shot, and I would assume it's gonna be Protect. So it's Tailwind Protect. That's interesting. Tailwind Protect Aeroblast, right? And then you have to have like what, Psyshock or something. Snarl is gonna come out. Okay. This Persian's interesting. Luckily I don't need much special attack right here. I just need to speed control right now. I do want to really weaken the Lugia though. Persian's gonna be really slow, which is good. I think I just go hard cart. I go hard cart. And I think I just go for an Icy Wind again. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Icy Wind. I need to scout out whether this Lugia has a Psychic move or a... Okay, so Kyogre is gonna come out, which is fine. I need to scout out if there's a Fine type move or a Ground type move or a Psychic type move, which I'm assuming it has one of them, but my opponent doesn't want to take the risk. So I could have gone for Madness, which would have been great here. Madness would have been great in the Kyogre. I think maybe I should start spreading Madness instead, because like this game plan's going by too slow. It's getting a bit passive, and I'm not really gaining too much from it. So we get Kartana in. Hopefully it's not Foul Play I'm switching into. I think it's just another Snarl or Parting Shot, but it is Snarl, which is fine. Foul Play shouldn't knock out Kartana unless it has a thing. Okay. And Icy Wind. Okay. So not too bad. We are going to be able to chip away the Persian more and the Kyogre. I just don't know what this Kyogre is really going to do here. Does the Sacred Sword knock out the Persian is a good question. It's at -3 now, which means Kartana outspeeds it. I want to just go Persian. And I think Groudon's a play. My opponent could double out Kyogre and Kyogre into like Lugia, but I think it's just worth going to Groudon right here, because I really just don't want. I don't want to take a Water type move. Kartana taking a Water type move would be really bad. So let's see. I think Kyogre protects. I want to say it protects. Go Groudon here. I'm hoping Sacred Sword knocks out the Persian. I want to say it does. I mean, even through Fur Coat, it's still Kartana. We outspeed both actually, which is big. We don't knock out the Persian, which is big. At least it's a Spout. It's not like the worst case. Taunt coming out actually into the Kartana slot. So that is interesting. Lugia would come out here, right? Well, you're not spouting again. I could knock off the Persian slot though, because getting rid of Persian means I'm one step closer to winning the Weather War. And I think going into Feeny, because you're not staying into Spout, right? You would at worst like go for Ice Beam. So I think Feeny's the correct play here, because I do need to preserve the Groudon. Persian gonna switch out into the Lugia, which actually helps. I get rid of that Leftovers, which is big. Perfect. That's why I wanted to knock off, just in case there was that switch. Kyogre just protects, which is fine. Okay. The Supersonic Sky Strike knock out my Kartana? Lugia's not that offensive. It's weaker than Torn's Supersonic Sky Strike too, because Aeroblast is weaker than Hurricane. Yeah, I'm gonna go for Leaf Blade here, and an Icy Wind. Okay, that knockoff is absolutely huge though into that Lugia. That is absolutely huge. Being able to get rid of that Leftovers as well as do that much damage. Unless it's Lugia's solo Aeroblast, maybe that's why my opponent switched out earlier. Maybe doesn't have, because like Protect, Tailwind, you want to assume Aeroblast, and then the last move is Cover. I am not sure, but I will go for a Leaf Blade. My opponent stays in with both Pokemon. That's a huge mistake. I thought there was going to be like a Persian sack or something. A Leaf Blade will go out on a Kyogre. This should be able to finish off the Kyogre. Yeah, Kyogre does go down. Critical hit. Might have mattered if it was a bulky Kyogre. It had a bit of chip, but like Kyogre wasn't doing much in the end. And I'm gonna get an Icy Wind off. Okay, awesome. I don't get the Icy Wind off, but I mean I got a Kyogre, so I'll happily take that trade. Let's see what's coming out. The Tapu Fini. Okay. Trying to figure out like what my opponent's game plan is gonna be now. If I get rid of the Lugia, I should have this game sealed up. I'm gonna just go for Leaf Blade down to Fini and Icy Winds, cause like I think Naganadel can win the game in the end game now. Like I don't want to switch into Groudon, cause I don't think there's a point, and I don't want my opponent to like get some kind of really big capitalization off. Although I don't know how. Hit the Fini is protecting Lugia, goes for Recover, I guess. Aeroblast is gonna be fired off though. It is gonna target on the Cortana. Doesn't pick up a knockout, doesn't get a crit. Icy Wind gonna come out, misses the Cortana, not really a big deal. Actually, it might be a big... no, it's not a big deal, because Lugia's still gonna outspeed me regardless. So, Leaf Blade gonna be able to finish off the Fini, and then I just don't see how my opponent breaks through the Tapu Fini, us the Nihilego on the back. So, Tapu Fini will go down, nice. Get the Beast Boost. And Icy Wind will go off into the Lugia. Nice. So Nihilego will 100% be able to outspeed that Lugia. And as long as we don't miss like a bunch of Icy Winds in a row and the Persian has something that can knock on Nihilego, we should be fine for this end game. Persian comes out. We just double up the Persian slot. And yeah, we wait for Nihilego to get his chance to shine. Match is going to be forfeited. My opponent realizes there's not really much that my opponent can do against my Nihilego in the back. And a full HP Groudon that I still have. So we are able to take this win and at least go 1-1 in today's episode. I don't know what was going on with that team. I just don't. I just played a game plan. My opponent's lead was very progressive. Like, my opponent didn't have anything that could touch Fini, which was huge. Like, my opponent had 0 answers to Fini. My opponent didn't have much for the Nihilego, which I still don't know if that Lugia never revealed its 4th move, so I have no idea if it was Earth Power or Psyshock, which could have been big. My opponent never went for that move when I had my Nihilego out on the field. And then Cortana was able to do a lot of work. My opponent kind of like sacked a lot of hit points and a lot of yeah, like my opponent just sacked a lot of hit points and the Kyogre, which was like led to downfall. But we go 1-1 in today's episode. First game, still not the greatest, but I do think I could have played better into getting good positioning. Second game, still don't know what that game was, but hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below, show support, as well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social media, decisive, my channel, and all that other good stuff. You can check me out on my Patreon as well as my Twitch channel if you want to really go an extra level, support my content. But you can always support my content for free by leaving a like on this video, sharing it with your friends, and leave a comment down below. But otherwise, if you want to try out the team alongside me, there is a paste down below in the description as well, along with all the other good stuff that I mentioned before. But I think that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.